Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first thank you, members of the media, for responding to my invitation to this, my first press conference as leader of the opposition. As you know, on Saturday, June 25th, 2016, I was also selected by the National Council of the Sunshine Labour Party to serve as leader in accordance with the constitution of the party. In inviting you here today, I want to do two things. First, to indicate to the country the various shadow duties that have been allocated to the members of the Sunshine Labour Party in their roles as opposition parliamentarians. I also want to take the opportunity to provide insight on how the SLP intends to conduct its business as Her Majesty's loyal opposition, our approach to the task ahead, and the general outlook which will guide our work. Let me once again thank the thousands of people who participated in the general election held on June 6, and particularly those who voted for our party. We appreciate the trust and confidence that you displayed by casting your vote for the Star. We extend congratulations to the Prime Minister and leader of the United Workers' Party on their victory at the polls. Our democracy is alive. I also want to place on record my sincere thanks and appreciation to former Prime Minister and leader of the Sunshine Labour Party, Dr. Kenny D'Anthony, for his sterling contribution to the people of St. Lucia as Prime Minister and his leadership of the St. Lucia Labour Party. The St. Lucia Labour Party assumes its role as the main opposition party after serving in government for the last term between 2011 and 2016. We are fully cognizant of the weight of the responsibility which we now carry, and we have no intention of failing in our duty to the people of our country. Just a few weeks before the election, we were greeted with the troubling news that the people of Britain voted in a referendum to leave the EU, and this is already beginning to have a negative impact on our economic outlook. The continuing sharp drop in the value of the British pound will undoubtedly have a negative drag on the tourism arrivals and spending by UK tourists, and is already impacting the value of pensions and other investments held by Caribbean nationals in the UK. These are early indications of the challenges that lay ahead and the realities of government which come after the excitement and promises of election campaigns. The St. Lucia Labour Party intends to bring its past experience in government as we play our part in contributing to the proper governing of St. Lucia during this period. We are the oldest mass-based organization in St. Lucia, and we know and understand the rigors of opposition life. We have always taken our role of defending the workers, the poor, protecting our sovereignty, advancing our democracy, and advancing our development through hard work and ethical business practices very seriously. The SLP, in and out of government, has always done what is best for our country. The SLP promises to be vigilant and alert as we shadow and observe the government during what is likely to be a difficult and challenging time. We have among our ranks experienced, committed men and women, and we intend to pull on all the available resources in and out of the Parliament to advance our work of defending the interests of all St. Lucians. We promise that our interventions and proposals will be based on the best available information, will be scientific, rational, well-rehearsed, balanced, well thought of, and equally well presented. We will not engage in lies, half-truths, and innuendo. We intend to be the opposition for all the people of St. Lucia. We will bring all our training and experience to bear as we do the work on behalf of the people of St. Lucia. We will be the opposition for all St. Lucia, but however, we do not intend to abandon the over 47,000 St. Lucians who voted for us in the last election. These equal sons and daughters of St. Lucia required that we protect their interests and we safeguard them against victimization and other hardships that the government may try to inflict upon them because of their political affiliation or because they reside in constituencies that are represented by SLP parliamentarians. For these reasons, we eagerly look forward to the formal opening of Parliament. Indeed, we note with some degree of concern that a full month has elapsed since the last election, and we have not had the privilege of hearing formally the legislative agenda which the government hopes to pursue in the new parliament. The election was won on some mind-blowing promises, and we expect the parliament to be the place where the legislative framework for the intended policy agenda to be established. We pledge to provide careful scrutiny of all proposed legislation and to offer support for those that deserve support and to mount robust resistance against those that, in our estimation, will do harm to our people, our economy, and our society. The SLP does not fear being in opposition, nor do we approach our task as if we have a natural right to government. We have shown time and time again that although the people of St. Lucia may not understand or agree with our position on some issues, we have found that by explanation and by the lived experiences, the public sooner or later accepts that the SLP has always taken decisions to advance our country and improve the quality of life of our people. And we return to government through the natural democratic cycles. It is with these considerations in mind that deep thought was given to the roles and tasks which have been assigned to the parliamentary members of the opposition as we formally constitute ourselves in a shadow cabinet to serve as guardians and spokespersons in defense of the interests of the people of St. Lucia. My shadow cabinet is as follows. Honorable Dr. Kennedy Anthony, who is out of the country at this time, will be the spokesman on the public service, legal affairs, national security, national insurance, and justice. I don't have to introduce Dr. Anthony to you. He was a former prime minister, he's a constitutional lawyer, etc. So he will lead the party's responses in these areas. Honorable Alva Baptiste, who was a former external affairs minister, he'll be our spokesperson on external affairs, foreign trade, civil aviation, information, home affairs, and diaspora affairs. Honorable Alva Baptiste holds master's and bachelor's degrees. He is qualified in civil aviation. He brings a whole vast world of experience in this field. He's also been the Minister of External Affairs, so he will respond in that area. Honorable Moses Jabatis, with a spokesperson for agriculture, fisheries, food production, and health. Honorable Jabatis is a third-term member of Parliament. He is qualified. He has studied at the University of the West Indies. He's qualified in agriculture, economics, and he brings a vast experience to this area. Honorable Sean Edwards, who is also the Member of Parliament for Denry North. He'll be our spokesperson for youth development, sports, gender affairs, social and human services, and information technology. Honorable Edwards studied in London, the University of East London. He holds a degree in information. He holds a degree in information technology. What university?
University of London. Studied in Trinidad School of Business and Computer Studies.
University of London, but studied in Trinidad. University of London in Trinidad. And he was the former Minister of Youth, and you know his contribution that he made to youth development, so he'll be our spokesman on youth development. Honorable Dr. Ernest Hilaire is the newest member of our elected team. Honorable Dr. Hilaire will be our spokesman for commerce, investment, tourism, science, and innovation. Dr. Hilaire studied at the University of the West Indies, the Cambridge University, and the London School of Economics. Dr. Hilaire was the ambassador, the High Commissioner to St. Lucia in the United Kingdom. He comes with a vast experience and knowledge, and he was also a former PS in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, so he comes with his experience and knowledge, and he is the first-time parliamentarian for Castries South. Senator Joachim Henry is our spokesman in housing, planning, sustainable development, environment, and urban renewal. Senator Henry holds bachelor's and master's degrees. He's a qualified quantity surveyor. His last job he was the CEO at the St. Lucia Social Development Fund, so he comes also with the experience in social work and social transformation. Senator Jerome Gideon, our spokesman on culture, local government, creative industries, and heritage. He is a past teacher. He holds bachelor's and master's degrees, and he's worked along with the young people of Denby South and comes to us again with experience in that field. Senator Gideon Ferdinand, who is unfortunately caught in traffic. He was a spokesman on education, human resources, and cooperatives. He was a former principal of the Miko Secondary School, and if you notice, we've put the subject of cooperatives as a key subject because we intend for the area of cooperatives to be explored fully in a new Labour Party government. And I will be the spokesman for finance, the economy, infrastructure, ports, transport, and public utilities. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and we will take some questions. Thank you so much.